and welcome to my channel. My name is Lay. If this is your first time joining me, please consider subscribing to my channel. Today we are going to be doing an eyeshadow review on the ColourPop Lilac palette. This is the Lilac You A, and it's time to bust out these spring looks. Hello, Easter if you celebrate. This is definitely like an Easter look. I am absolutely in love with this look that I have going on. It's very spring, fresh, vibrant, and it's not too much. I think purple is so pretty, and purple goes great with, you know,
a little bit of melanin.
So I highly suggest it, especially to my women of color. Definitely check this out. I also have the It's My Pleasure palette, so I was wondering if these two were similar because, you know, they're both in the purple family. What I love about this, first of all, let's talk about the packaging. Who doesn't like lilac? Like, that lavender lilac shade is so springtime. Like, it gives me like those, you know, daisies and tulips. You just think springtime when you think of this color. So when you open it up, you have all these lilac inspired shades, and I definitely think that I'm gonna get some good use out of this palette. So I'm gonna show you how I got this lilac look, and we're gonna get into it. Even my face products are perfect for spring and summertime. So let's go ahead and get into this look. All right, so jumping right in, look at this beautiful palette that we have to work with. I'm super excited to get started. So I'm going to start by priming my lids using the P. Louise base in Rumor Zero, which is this really white base. You can use whatever white base you have. First shade I'm going in with is called Ghostin, which is this really pretty like pink shade, and I'm using that as my crease color. I'm patting that into the crease area and then kind of like brushing it back and forth into my crease. And then I'm moving on to deepen up my crease area. I'm going in with the shade Iffy, which is like a grape purple. If you have a shade similar to this and you don't own this palette, a grape like purple will work to create this look. And I like to make sure I go in between both shades just so that I can blend both eyeshadows together so that there are no harsh lines. It's a seamless blend from the grape purple to the really pretty pink. Now I'm going in with my Morphe M506 brush, and I'm going into the shade Filtered, which is like a more maroon type purple, and I'm blending that into the crease area just to deepen it a little bit. Then I'm taking more of that P. Louise base and I'm going to cut my crease. If I might add, I did not do a very good job cutting the crease this day, in my opinion. I feel like this looks a little sloppy. Probably shouldn't have done a close-up, but you know, I mean, we're here. I did it already. So I'm cleaning off my Morphe M506 brush and I'm going back in with the shade, I believe it's Filtered. No, it's Iffy. The shade Iffy, and I'm going to pack that on the outer corner and kind of blend it out. And then I'm going in with the shade Fluff, and I'm going to blend that in the center of my lid. I'm going to go back and forth between the shade Iffy and Fluff so that they can blend in nicely together and it's a nice seamless blend. And then the inner corner, it's like the inner third, I guess. It's not even the inner third. I'm taking the shade Cloud and I'm going to place that there and blend it into the purple. So now I'm taking a little bit more of that deeper shade and I'm going to trace my cut crease, and this just helps to define it a little more. Once I've removed my tape, I can go ahead and move on to my liquid liner. This is just where I'm tight lining. I am not creating a wing. This is just simply a tight line for when I go in with my lashes. For lashes, I am going in with these Glam Room Cosmetic lashes. This is the Sugar and Spice Duo. I'm going in with the shade Sugar, which is a really, really voluminous lash. I love these lashes. I highly suggest trying out this brand. The lashes sit beautifully on top of your lashes, and they have just enough like drama, but not too much, if that makes sense. I highly suggest checking them out. To tightline my lower lash line, I'm using the shade Piggy Bank by ColourPop. It's a purple eyeliner. It kind of comes off like, has like a pink shift to it, so be careful with that. Then I'm going to prep my lower lash line or lower lash lid with my P. Louise Zero. Then I'm going in with Iffy to kind of smoke out my lower lash line. And I'm going to put a little bit of cloud in the inner corner. Once I'm done that, I can go ahead and move on to face.
Okay, so eyes are done, and now we can go ahead and move on to face. I'm going to start off by priming using my e.l.f. Poreless Primer. This is the Poreless Putty Primer. I like, when I say I love this stuff, I actually like put a ding in it just for, you know, my Instagram, because that's what we do over here. Honestly, I really like this primer. I think I want to try the matte one. They have a matte and an illuminating one, and I really want to give that a shot. So for foundation, I am going to try to stay on trend, so I am going to use a ColourPop foundation. This is actually the Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer. I am in the shade Medium Dark 16N. I'm gonna put a little bit of that on the back of my, I know it's disgusting, my candlestick thing. It's like a candlestick holder, I guess. So I'm going to be taking a Real Techniques brush and just applying that with a brush. The reason why I'm using a brush instead of like my beauty blender is because it's a tinted moisturizer, so it's already like pretty sheer coverage. But what I like about it is it does even out the skin tone. I definitely think you guys should check out my review on this. I did do a tinted moisturizer review with using this product. So this whole coronavirus thing, what do y'all feel about that? I feel like I'm so tired of hearing about it. And the necessary precautions need to be taken now, and they need to stop waiting. Like, if we need a full 2 weeks to get it together, then shut everything down for a full 2 weeks and get it together. For concealer, I'm going in with the Pretty Fresh concealers. I really love these concealers. Like, I could wear these with everything. They are a full coverage concealer, which is great, especially with a look like this. Like, for spots that like need a little extra coverage, like around my mouth, because your girl didn't do her stash. So to conceal, I'm using Medium Dark 145 Warm, and then to highlight, I'm using Medium Dark 120 Warm. So I do like to go up a shade for highlight. And to blend this out, I am going to be using my Juno sponge, the lavender one. I'm just putting it in my cup of water now. Bitch, this concealer, honey, let me tell you. Oh my God, is this life? I think it's life. Look at that blending. This concealer though, thank you. And this is a tinted moisturizer. ColourPop has been killing it, has it not? Like, I'm trying to tell you, girl, don't get me started. To set everything, I'm going in with my Beauty Bakery flour powder. This is in the shade Cassava. I have, again, been loving this. When I first got this, girl, I was like, oh no. I am going to place this underneath my eyes to set this concealer. This powder doesn't get half of the recognition that it should. I think the only people I really heard like that, like big names that I heard talk about it, are like Patrick Starr and that's all I can. Oh, Jackie Aina. Jackie Aina has talked about it. Sorry, my puff is kind of raggedy. So now I'm going in with my Makeup Revolution Mega Bronzer in the shade 2. It's this really huge bronzer. Makeup Revolution, you are a real one, because you definitely get your bang for your buck with this. I did not set my tinted moisturizer. I'm just kind of like going in. I think this is what makes the tinted moisturizer look a little more full coverage, like when you go in ham with like a bronzer and highlighter and stuff. And I think that's like what I'm doing. For blush, I kind of wanted to stay like in the lavender pinky type feel, so I'm going in with Urban Decay's Afterglow 8-Hour Powder Blush in the shade Crush, which is this really pretty pink, and we're just going to pat that on our cheeks because this is pink. Like, I didn't even have to dip in it twice. Don't want to do too much, you know? I'm going to quickly do my nose off camera just because that takes me a minute, and I'll be right back. I'm so sorry if you guys can hear my kids in the background. They're You're so disrespectful. So for highlight, I'm going in with another ColourPop highlight. This is actually a really popular highlight. I can't remember who made it popular, but I know that it was really popular at one point. This is Highly Wasted by ColourPop, and I'm just placing that. Hello, what? Can you tell? The only thing is I like for my stuff to be smooth. So I'm gonna place it with my finger, and then whatever I have on the brush, I'm just gonna go over top. Like so. It's like a dry formula, but it's like wet. So I feel like Highly Wasted definitely gives you that glow. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit with the brush that had the blush on it, just to soften her up a little bit. So I'm gonna go in with my NYX lip liner in Urban Cafe. I always mess up right here. There's like a sharp part and I hate that. Only time to sharpen this, it's like scratching my lips, but I guess that's a good thing. I'll get like nice plump lips, right? So I'm going in with the Bare Minerals gloss. I think it's a win. What y'all think? Okay. Okay, so I went back in for my lips. I went in with my Morphe Matte Liquid Lipstick in Schoolgirl, and I think I'm going to top it with my Glam Room Cosmetic Lip Gloss in the shade Interlude and top it off. It doesn't need it. It looks really nice like this, but I just want to see like how it would look with the gloss. I like the other one, but I'm not a huge fan of mixing. I don't like it. So thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial. I really hope you all enjoyed it. We are going for a more spring look here. At least that's what I'm feeling. That's the vibe I'm getting. So we have more of like a spring look going on. I really wanted to do a glossy lip, and I feel like I accomplished that. Thoughts on the Lilac palette? I absolutely love this. You guys know I love purples. The only thing I would say is it's extremely similar to the purple one. Hold on. So they are actually pretty similar. I do think do we have a repeating color? No, we don't have any repeats, but we do have, like, you know, they're really, really similar. Do you need both?
Yes.
Lilac, this is totally giving me like spring fling vibes. Like, I absolutely love the springtime. I love when it starts getting warm. Our days are longer. Who doesn't want to be outside? I'm telling you, when it's winter, I ain't going outside. I'm not going anywhere. So I absolutely love this palette. I would highly suggest it. It's pigmented, it's inexpensive. It's about $12 on ColourPop.com. The Ultas around my area don't sell these monochromatic palettes, so if they do at your Ulta, I highly suggest picking it up. I am living for this look. This is total like date night in the springtime vibes. Like, can you just see it going on like a romantic boat ride? I'm sorry, y'all, I'm a hopeless romantic and I like love stuff like that. This eyeshadow look is definitely a vibe. If you enjoyed it as much as I did, please make sure to follow me on my socials. Your girl's got a TikTok, so make sure you follow me on that. And also subscribe if you enjoyed. Give me a thumbs up. That's a given. And until next time, beauties, mwah, stay blessed.